Okay. Good morning, parents. Hey, I hope this communication finds you doing well and gearing up for the Thanksgiving holidays. I wanted to provide you with an update on the days that follow, specifically Monday, November 30th, which is a special day, and then the days following, known as adaptive pause. Now, look, I'm apologizing right now to you. I'm not the one that speaks very well off the cuff. So I try, believe me. But I had to print my words out ahead of time or I just ramble. So apologies. But listen, before I begin, I do want to say from the bottom of my heart, thank you. This has been a most trying time for all of us. And everyone has endured unbelievable challenges during this time. I'm blown away that we've made it this far. Those of you that know me well know that I said, give me 2 weeks. We made it an entire trimester. But what's amazed me most beyond the resilience shown by our students and our families is this cohesive nature that in which we've all come together in order to teach our students in person in the safest way that we can. I can tell you that during this entire first trimester, I have felt collectively from all of you a unity. Let's do what we need to do in order to keep our kids safe and keep them learning. And I so much appreciate all of you for your support. All right, so on to business. First, let me tell you about November 30th. Okay, it's next Monday, and it's our first day when students are all learning from home. But it won't be a usual day. First off, it's only a half day for students. And second, based on our survey feedback, that half day is going to be used to bring the AM and the PM kids together virtually. Now, to attempt to avoid overloading family Wi-Fi's with families that have students in multiple buildings, across the district, we staggered the building times where this learning activity this coming together would take place. The elementary time frame is 8:30 in the morning to 11. So all our elementary students will have activities on Monday, November 30th, that will occur during that time frame. And then once those activities have concluded Monday morning, their learning day will be done for the day. Now, after Monday, we will officially begin the adaptive pause structure. The student day will be set up exactly the same. So if your child attended in person for the AM session, they'll log on with their teacher during this time. And they'll see all the students that were in their AM session. If your child attended the PM session, likewise, they'll do their at-home learning in the morning just like they did before, and then they'll log on with their teacher at the same time as they would have reported to class. And if your children have been remote this whole time, they'll see some kids show up in their PM session. It'll be a little bit bigger than what they're used to. Now, during their synchronous time with their teacher, that's the live time. It's super important that they're in a space that's conducive for learning. Laying in their bed under the covers is probably not the best place. They need to be dressed appropriately for school. So unless it's a special PJ day, school clothes need to be worn. Their space needs to be adequate enough for their Chromebook and the learning materials that they brought home. It's important that their space is quiet and free of distraction. Now I want you to know every elementary student was provided a brand new pair of headphones at the beginning of the year. And so to use with their Chromebook. So these might be helpful. And lastly, please help us to ensure that your child's learning time with their teacher is sacred. It's not to be interrupted. Remind them they don't need to worry about answering the door or answering the phone during their time with the teacher, that's sacred. Now, here's some additional things that your child's teacher will be talking to them about. And I picked some of my favorite ones. Turning the camera on and off. Now, I understand there's differing comfort levels with being on camera. For not just for us as adults, but definitely for your children, and I've seen that as well. But it's important for us that just like in class, that our students are engaging with the learning. And one way that we can see that in a remote setting is when the camera's on and angled in such a way that the child's whole face is showing in that beautiful smile. Okay, here's the second one. We love our pets. Believe me, I have 2 cats I adore. I won't tell you about the mice and the hamsters, but believe me, though your teachers will be reminding your children that when the pet is constantly on camera, it aids in the distraction for the other learners in their learning time. And the last one that's one of my favorites, food. Everybody knows me knows that nobody loves food better than me. And your classes will be getting, the kids will be getting movement breaks, bathroom breaks, and that's a great time to grab a quick snack if they're hungry. But eating on camera, not the best idea. And talk about seafood, we see a lot. But again, it aids in the distraction of the learning that's trying to take place. So those are some of my favorite ones. Before I go again, I just want to say thank you. You didn't ask for this, but we couldn't do this without you. Thanksgiving is a time when we're all thinking about all the good that we have in our lives, in our world, and it's surely a challenging time this year to be thinking about that. But I'll tell you what I'll be thinking about a lot, about the children and the families in this community. I'm eternally grateful. May you and your family have a safe and wonderful holiday, and we'll see you on the screen next Monday. Take care.